Communications.
The Portage County Board of Commissioners sent their resolution to reduce load limits 35% on all county and township roads in Portage County effective January 31st, 2019, or as soon thereafter as signs are posted. Township trustees can post the maximum weights. The reduced load limits will continue during the period of excessive moisture and freezing and thawing and end on May 1st, 2019. The Portage County engineer sent a copy of their resolution 19-0065 that was recently adopted by the Portage County Board of Commissioners. This resolution lists all Portage County bridges which are either closed or posted for weight reductions and restrictions. Any future modifications will be forwarded. The only one that affects us is they noticed that the Notman Bridge, road bridge over Willow Creek in Deerfield Township is closed to traffic.
Nothing, no other information.
Not only closed, it's not there.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Last we heard was a year.
From
I
when?
think it's been about a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they said it would be closed for 1 year. So maybe this spring we'll get something. Or they're just gonna make it a dead end road.
Oh, don't even think about it.
I'm trying to help you out, Nancy. that's all.
We're trying, Nancy.
Marvel Supply, they're having their open house on Friday, March 8th, 2019.
The boys usually go.
Typically, yeah.
That's one, if we need pipe for this summer, we get 10% off if we buy it that day too. So
What day is that on again?
March 8th, it's a Friday, I think.
Friday from 10 to 2.
I don't think we can get that from the court quick enough.
No, maybe we'll look into buying it anyway, and then we'll see.
Alright.
And then the Portage County Solid Waste Management District, they sent an update ready for ratification by the municipalities in Portage County. They're asking that you pass a resolution tonight to adopt the solid waste management plan for the Portage County Waste District.
Ed, you talked to Stein around that, right?
Yeah, this is a different thing than what I talked about. We'll talk about that in a second. I don't know anything. I don't know what that is till I talk to Chris Maduri, so I say we table it until I get a chance to talk to Chris about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what their plan is.
Because that's going to take action.
Yeah, I think we should table that.
I'm gonna move that we table this until I talk to Chris Maduri to see just what that is they're wanting us to sign.
I'll second.
You can
And
go online and look at the,
I still want to talk to Chris, though, just to
okay.
see if there's
Yeah,
any,
there's a website that you can go on.
if we're locked into anything, or if we're agreeing to anything we don't want to agree to, or anything like that. That's what I'm wanting to know.
You guys want their website?
Then we need to make a motion to authorize all actions necessary to accept the grant money from NOPEC.
And that's
2019.
for 2019. Alright, I'll make the motion, we accept the
That's
grant.
about $10,680 or something like that. Did they send you a dollar amount? It's about $10,680 or thereabouts that they're gonna give us to use for energy upgrades, so.
Anyhow, make the motion that we accept the grant money from NOPEC for 2019.
I'll second.
Yes.
How much did we have from the year before that we didn't?
11,000.
10,890 or something like that, so.
So they're both about the same?
Yeah.
So probably looking at about
For
21,
For 2 years, we've got almost
$21,600.
$22,000 of grant money. They gave us $10,000, almost $11,000 last year. We didn't use it on purpose. We rolled it into an escrow account that we can use it this year because they told us they were going to give us a substantial amount. So we've got about $22,000 of free money to do energy upgrades. So we've already had a new high efficiency hot water tank put in. That was the original hot water tank that was in just building 20 years ago. So we had that done already. We've looked at getting new entrance doors here and in the hall. Those all have gaps between them and falling apart. Lighting projects, stuff like that. We're getting dollars and cents together, then we'll know what we're gonna do with this money. So, but that's free money, doesn't
Most of it'll
cost
be
us
put
anything.
into the town hall.
Yep, we can't put roofs on, we can't build buildings, we can't buy equipment, it has to go to energy upgrades. We can take these lights out and put LEDs in because they're more efficient, anything like that that increases efficiency. And they have to approve whatever we decide to do, they have to approve it before we do it. So lighting that we change, an engineer will give us what it costs to run these lights a year as opposed to LEDs. They'll give it to us on a form and we turn all that stuff in. So, pretty nice project. They gave us $50,000, what, 7, 8, 9 years ago. They gave us $50,000. So that's $72,000 almost we've got in the last 7, 8, 9 years.
And all of it has went to,
Energy.
pretty much our buildings, the energy,
Yep.
down there for the guys, and
Yep.
here in the fire department.
All right.
Okay. Randy, you got any communications?
I only have one, and this gentleman here, I've talked to him, from Dominican.
From Dominion.
Dominion,
Energy,
okay.
Ohio,
All right.
the big one.
So, you want to let him take the
Absolutely.
floor? Go right ahead, sir.
Okay, from time to time, Dominion does projects where we're improving systems. And one of these projects would benefit Diversified. But it's a project that we're looking at, to make the system work better. There's 2 different systems. They're on the United States of America, close to the Berlin Reservoir. And what it would involve is connecting those 2 systems. And it would be a 4-inch pipe. We'd be pretty much totally on the United States of America, which we've got to deal with them too. But
Is that on core property then?
it's
Army Corps of Engineer
Army
probably
Corps of Engineer,
Okay.
right. Yeah, I'll give you some different maps here that you can see just exactly where we are. We're just east of 225 on Fewtown Road, and the black area was where we would,
Oh, you're gonna be in Fewtown. I thought you were gonna be in German Church.
no,
Okay.
Fewtown Road. And if you just page through this, we're starting right at this point right here and moving to the east until we reach this point here and then heading south. We head south here, we head north here, and it's about 5,300 feet, but we wouldn't be on the township, the road, for 5,300 feet, but we'd probably be on there for a couple thousand feet.
So you'd be on Fewtown Road mostly?
It would be on Fewtown Road.
All in Fewtown.
All on
Not a-
Fewtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all on Fewtown Road. And part of Fewtown Road, when I drove over there, I mean, it doesn't even look like is it still a township road?
Mm-hmm.
It is, isn't it? But yet it's not.
Our part
tip
of
and seal.
our part of it's actually in pretty good shape, but when you get back to the back, they took that over from us and they don't maintain their roads back in the back right there.
Yeah, we're just looking at a sensible way to move through the United States, because you know how they are about protecting all their wetlands and their trees
yeah.
and the lake and everything like that. And it seems like we can stay high and dry if we stay on the township road off to the side. And,
Good luck finding a high and dry area along there.
well, it's not high, it is high
There's
and
water
dry
laying-
compared to
There's water laying everywhere there.
alternatives are.
So then you guys would actually pull a bond too, right?
You know, I don't take care of that kind of stuff. I would think that there is probably, that's probably part of the procedure for Dominion. I mean, we have to jump through all the hoops. I've worked for other companies and we never had to do things like Dominion has to do. So
Can we keep these maps here?
Yeah, you can keep that.
What we'll have to do, we'll go to our county engineer because he tells us how much bond we need for that road service and for the kind of work you're gonna do and all that stuff. They give us their recommendation for a bond.
Yeah,
Because we don't really have an idea, you know, do we want $1 million bond or do we want $50,000 bond? We don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, but the county engineer figures all that for us with the load limits on the road and all that and time of year and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
that
now
they
we're
can-
looking off into advanced time here. I mean, it's not something that we're gonna do, because it's probably
Okay.
gonna be, I'll bet at least a year before we can get this thing, if it even flies. What we're looking at right at this point, and the United States government can't even give me a clue on what it's gonna,
Good luck.
on what it's gonna cost us to go through them. And, but,
That's just not ours. I mean, that's also,
yeah, we have
that
to.
runs out of our township.
Sure, that runs out
into-
of our jurisdiction back in where they got that gate right there, then that's all core
Yeah.
property from there on.
That's the core property from there on back,
Yeah.
but it was the old road, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
probably not on you very much at all. Because we start right there at pretty much where the houses end, and then go southeast.
yeah, southeast should be going.
Yeah, and then we only go between those two spots
Okay,
that are shown on there, so I didn't measure it out or anything. I'd say we're probably 2,000 feet maybe on you at the most.
this helps us, because we didn't really know what you were wanting to do and everything, and I know Randy's talked to you on the phone and stuff, we really didn't know what kind of answer to give you until we knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah, the only thing that,
Are you gonna cross over the road anywhere, is it all gonna stay in the same side?
I'm sure that the engineers will look at is what side makes the most sense to be on. And we would have to probably cross the road once.
See, if it's on our property, we would probably require you to underground bore that rather than cut a road
That
surface.
would probably be,
Yeah,
right.
that's the one thing we'd want done is bore
Yeah,
down
and
to the
it's not
center,
a
cutting the
huge
road.
pipe, it's a
4-inch pipe, so yeah, that can be bored relatively
Yeah.
inexpensively.
We bore bigger ones than that, but,
Oh, yeah,
uh,
once you cut our road bed, and it just, forever it sinks.
So-
I mean,
yeah.
What do you need from us?
What is there gonna be a cost? Because I guess it was the clerk that I talked to, and she says, oh, I think they'll go along with that, but
So
anyway,
I think what
I
we need
just
to do
needed
is
to
talk
hear.
with the engineer and talk with our legal, and we'll just get that information, what we
Yeah.
need to do.
Yeah,
And then Randy or one of us can
And
call
get back
you
to you
and,
after
I don't
we
think
find
there'd be
out
an
for
actual
sure.
cost, I mean, to us, money-wise, but the bond's gonna cost somebody some money for the bond, and
yeah,
any repairs on the road that would happen or something, somebody's gonna have to pay for, and that's what that bond would cover.
right, and I just wanted to get a feel from you,
Yeah.
whether you were,
As far as a dollar amount, no,
Okay.
we're gonna charge you $10,000 to even do it. No, we don't do that, but,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, the United States government can't even come up with a set fee of any type.
We were working with them for years, so we know.
It's not any fun.
Well, let us get with the, like I said, the
Do you have
prosecutor.
a card or anything, or
and,
you have?
Well, let's see, I think I got some other
You
ones
got
here.
his
I have
contact,
his
you got his
number now.
contact
I
number?
lost the first one,
This
that's
is-
the reason I couldn't call him back. And
Yeah.
he called me
Or,
again.
or put a number in here that we can contact you or something?
There's a card on each one of these, and the whole project is from here down to here. But this is where that's blackened in area right there. Well, that's essentially where you're going to be involved
Right.
right there.
so that other road, German Churchville on the other side of the lake?
There's a card on there, and Dominion hires me through System 1. And
Okay.
But it says on there, for Dominion Energy, Ohio. And that's my cell phone, so you can reach me almost anytime.
All right, we'll look this over, we'll get with our county engineer and our legal guys, and
Okay.
Randy or somebody will give you a call back.
Yeah, but as far as you're concerned, it's probably a likelihood that you'll work with us, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure of, that I wasn't just feeding this information.
Our main concern is the heavy equipment on our roads and any damage that you possibly can do.
Yeah,
with our
I know
roads.
what your concerns are, and I know what our engineering,
You get excavators and they
You
start
know.
turning on the road surface and stuff, and then
right,
we gotta have that all fixed before we'll sign off into bond is what would happen.
yeah.
Okay.
But this,
Okay.
this helps us know where you're gonna be at and what you wanna do, so.
Yeah, this might be another little map here that, you can see it's not a great map, but I mean, you can see the whole project on there.
Okay, this looks like maybe German church right over there, isn't it? No.
Yeah, it's got the lot numbers here and everything,
Yeah, that's the big lot number for the United States.
right? Okay,
Together.
all right,
See that top?
we will. We will look into it on our end and give us a week or two here, and whenever
Yeah.
it's there, within a,
You've got time.
we'll try, we'll get it to you
You've
as soon
got
as we
time.
can.
I just wanted to make sure we're
And-
on the
and-
same page.
And we can share that phone number information and stuff if the engineer would need to call you or
Oh,
something.
yeah, that'll be
Okay.
fine.
All right,
And I'll give him direction then.
okay,
We've got engineers that are working on this too,
okay,
but it's almost like the Army. It's get ready to go and then wait and wait.
oh yeah, hurry up
wait.
and wait.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get a culvert put in for 2 years.
On their property, and they didn't want to pay for it, but then they said, you can do it, and here's your list of requirements, how you have to do it. That's how they were dealing with us. So, all right, we'll find out whatever we
Thanks,
can
Randy.
for you.
all right.
Randy
Thank
or
you.
somebody will be
Nice
back in
meeting
touch
you.
with you.
Nice to meet
you, and
all of you.
good luck with your project.
All right, thank you.
Okay, any other communications?
I have none.
I have none either.
You all done, Kristy?
Yeah.
Fire department, Brian got called
Brian got
out.
called out to a call. He gave me incident list since our last meeting. There's been 13, one building fire. Most of these are EMS calls, 13 since our last meeting. Water or steam leak, motor vehicle accident, chemical hazard, building fire. The rest of them are EMS calls and everything, so he had that right there. He said he needed $440 for our drug license so they can administer drugs this year. That's what it costs this year, he said, so.
Has he got
He probably does, but he got called out, so I'll make a motion that we pay that, and I'll have him get whatever information he needs to you, that you can send a check. I'll make the motion, we pay that $440 for our drug license.
I'll second.
And yes.
He may be back, he got called out in a medical call, so.
I have one thing on the fire department. We need to make a motion to dispose of the all-in-one printer from
Oh.
the fire department.
Is that where that came from? Who decided to set it there? Brian?
No,
Oh, I thought he did.
I'll make a motion that we scrap out that old printer that,
Dave
it was suggested to me by somebody. They were just gonna bring it in here because you guys would forget.
Oh, that
I
probably
second.
Chuck.
it has no dollar value to the township. I'll make a
Chuck.
motion that we scrap it.
And I second.
Ah, yes. Okay.
But at least they just didn't throw it away, that's what they're supposed to do, so we know that
Yeah.
we take it off your inventory list and everything, so.
Okay, anything else on fire?
That's all Brian gave me.
Okay. Let's go to the roads. Ed?
All right, speaking of grants, Portage County has grants available, we're due for it. There's an engineer coming down from the county sometime in the next month, we're gonna go around all of our roads, gonna replace all of our signage with up-to-date signage with the right reflectivity and all that kind of stuff. They'll go around and do a report of everywhere there's a curve, what signs are supposed to be there, anywhere there's a road culvert, there's supposed to be signs there. And anywhere there's required to be a sign, they're gonna do a print up for us, and they're gonna furnish signs to us and our guys will put them up. We'll take all the old ones down and put all new signs up. So I don't know how soon this is gonna happen. I mean, they're gonna come out and look at it within a month or so, they said.
We should be compliant with the reflectivity because we just replaced those 4 years ago.
Right,
So
but this will bring us up what wasn't, this will bring us up, and this is a grant, doesn't cost us anything.
Did we finish all of them though? 'Cause we
the only
had
ones
10
that we
years.
did not finish was the actual street signs.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, so.
That's what we
because we
didn't
had
do.
10 years to do that.
But we did the yield signs, we did the stop signs, we did
Right.
most of the curves. There might be one or two we
Yeah.
missed.
So audit is the word I was trying to
Yeah.
think of. They'll come and do a sign audit, because they've got a list of everything we're supposed to have, wherever it's supposed to be at. What height they're supposed to be at and all that kind of stuff, so we'll get them all replaced. That'd be a good thing to do right there. Kristy already talked about the 35% load limit reduction. We talked about the radiator for the truck last time, we approved that, didn't we? Okay, so we're good there.
Shocks.
Yeah, we ended up putting shocks on the truck, the front shocks were the original ones in that old International. They took them off and went like this with them. So we put new shocks in front while the whole front end was tore up and putting that radiator in. That's $150
You couldn't
or
reduce the
something.
sign on Watson to 35, could they?
Huh?
They couldn't reduce the sign on Watson to 35, could they?
Well,
This is, well,
there's a way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have to do a study, but if you're gonna get the Portage County engineer to do that, you're talking years. Cause I would
Well,
love to
I
have
don't
mine
think anybody
35
goes-
too.
Under 50, to tell you the truth. It's supposed to be 45, but
that'd be nice.
yeah, it would. I mean, they just fly up and down that road. I mean, it's just, you know.
Okay, I don't have anything else in the road department. Cemetery, we've had 4 funerals since the first of the year already. One last week, we had one today, and they were all been full funerals. And what a muddy mess trying to do a funeral last week in the middle of all that rain. And Thursday last week when it had rained for 2 days, and it was in the second row in. They borrowed pads off a neighboring township, so we didn't tear it up too bad. But you can't get a truck in to haul it out, so you have to pile it beside the grave, and then you have to put it back in. Then when it dries, you have to go clean it up. Now the one today, they were able to get the dirt out because it was just off the road, but it's a muddy mess. The vault beside this one, they got it dug this morning, and they were standing there watching, and all the dirt fell off the vault, and the next one right into the grave they just dug. So they had to leave the machine set there till just before the funeral to clean all the dirt that fell in from both sides because it was so wet. It just makes a muddy mess. People weren't happy. I mean, they did as good a job as they could, and they didn't tear anything up. So
People just don't understand not to die when it's muddy, do they? What's the matter with them?
these people didn't complain. I mean, they were okay with it. They understood, but there are people that don't understand that it's just hard to do when it's muddy like this.
The other thing was we were requesting a bid from Bucky White too for a tractor.
Yeah, for a tractor. I was in Columbus. I talked to 5 different dealers about a tractor for a roadside mower. They're going to look into them for me, and Bucky White's looking into one. And he's going to price this new one like everybody else. We'll have to make a decision in the next couple months what we're going to do. If we can find a good used one, okay. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe buy a new one, maybe not. We'll just see what kind of prices we get in.
Not that one that's all closed in, are you talking about, with the air conditioner? and
Well, pretty
everything?
much you have to get them now. But even the county and the state's getting rid of all their open cab ones because people are the meth things that they make in the shake and bake bottles. They're throwing them into ditches, and the county's had 2 guys in the last year hit one of them with an open mower, and those chemicals blew up on them. So the state's in the process right now of getting rid of all their open cabs, buying closed cabs. Brimfield and Randolph Township, one of theirs last year got hit too. They hit one of those shake and bake bottles and it blew up. And
Well, the one state guy got hit up there just past the trailer park.
yeah,
That's where he got it.
yeah. So, and that's, I mean, it's an extra expense, but not as much as you would think. Our initial thought was, no, we're not going to buy one of those. But then when I talked to the county engineer and the state guys, they're not buying any more for roadside mowers that don't have a cab just for that reason. Yeah.
Wow.
I said, it was either Randolph or Brimfield, one of them last year.
If they're only required by state to do it twice a year, do we really need to get one then?
Well,
Well, if we don't, how are we gonna do it though? Deerfield Farms let us use theirs for a couple of years. We paid them. I don't know what we paid them, but but then when we want to use it, they have it and they're using it and stuff, and they they won't let us use it. They have to send one of their employees to run their tractor, which I don't blame them. It's a
Right, but then we have to
$90,000
escort it,
tractor.
though.
And then we've gotta have our guys flagging for it and stuff, so, you know.
And it's wide. Plus, we can use it, tractor, we can use it for other things.
Well, we're thinking cemetery road upkeep, because then we can buy a drag for the back of it to keep the roads in the cemeteries. And
Well, the buggy.
we don't have anything now. It's just, we're looking into a lot of stuff.
Is there any chance they would do it more than twice a year if we needed?
If we get something like that, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because I mean, it really looks bad if you only do it twice
it does.
a year.
It really does. I agree 100%.
You know?
So we're looking, we don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're looking into a lot
Well,
of
we
different
have,
things.
we have the mower.
We got the mower. We bought it because another municipality bought it, and they didn't put it on a big enough tractor, and they used it 3 times and broke the frame in half in their tractor.
Oh, jeez.
So we bought the roadside mower, and it's got about 12 hours on it, and we saved
Yeah.
about
$10,000.
$3,500, $4,000
I
buying it.
know, it's more than that.
Yeah, probably more than that. I don't
Because I
remember.
thought, what did we pay for that? It was 24 something new.
We paid 15 for it.
15.
Yeah, so
15, so 9 grand,
we
9,400.
saved 8-9 grand by buying it, even though we didn't have a tractor for it. It became available, and it's just sitting there. So, and that's something. If we don't buy a tractor, we can get our money back out of that real easy. But we need to get something to put it on. So we're looking into a lot of things. Everything's expensive, unfortunately.
And I see the stop sign was down on Bandy and Wagner the other morning, and I was gonna call you, but I didn't think you
I
appreciated
think
calling
I
at 5
don't
o'clock
care.
in the morning.
I'm up then.
Are ya? But when I came
I
back
think
here
they
at 7
replaced it.
o'clock,
They
they,
replaced it then.
yeah.
Because they're supposed to go around a couple times a week and check all the
I didn't know if
signs.
they did that or.
Yeah, Mike called and
I
told me.
actually think there was a call that came in.
There could have been, I don't remember.
On that,
But
I
they
think-
did replace it,
Cause
so.
it was like a fourth of the way on the road and stuff.
It was
the
a
stop sign
a
was.
Monday morning you found it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody did it on Sunday night or something, so yeah.
Okay, and then also the Wagner Road sign on there right there is gone too.
Gone too, yeah, that's about the 5th one of those.
Is it?
Yeah, somebody named Wagner's collecting those.
Well, that was the same thing over on Johnson. They kept taking the tractor signs.
Yep,
Every time we put a tractor sign up, over
Yeah.
at Montgomery Farms, they steal it.
within 2 days it was gone.
Sake.
Oh my goodness.
And those aren't cheap.
No.
But did somebody you think hit it or the wind just blew it down?
The stop sign?
Yeah. Cause it's
I
right
know,
there
we
where
had a
it's like-
thaw, then it froze, then it,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mike said somebody hit it, but I don't know if they did or not. He said somebody took our sign out, that's what he said, so whether they did or not, I don't know.
okay, anybody got anything else?
I have one more thing.
Yes, ma'am?
We had an individual call. She wants to have a fundraiser at the town hall. It's a spaghetti dinner, but it's gonna support the Walk to Cure Arthritis
Mm-hmm,
Foundation. It's for a Southeast student.
mm-hmm.
And she wanted to see if she could use the hall free of charge.
No.
When do they want to do it?
Don't have a date.
We don't have a date yet. Do you have any prices that I
Yeah,
can?
how about she has them call you and you talk to them?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it that way.
I mean, I might work something out with them, but it's where you get into, when all of a sudden we had Western Reserve, it wasn't even our county, that was getting it for free, and it's like, what do you mean, they're not even our county, it's Western Reserve schools, what are we doing?
Yeah, but here you're talking about kids in your area, from
Mhm.
southeast.
I understand.
No, that's true.
Well, you must not understood too good, because as soon as they said it, you said no. I
Mhm.
mean.
Not
at least
for
you
free of
thought
charge.
about it.
Not for free of charge.
I
No,
know.
we will work with them. Cause you open up a whole nother thing.
Wait a minute, I'm talking about this area. That's what I'm talking
About what?
about. I'm not talking about lamps and all that.
I understand.
If somebody's got something wrong with the child,
Mhm.
you should take that into consideration.
That's why I said, have them call us, and we'll work something out on the money.
It also depends on what day it's gonna be on too.
Well, I can understand that.
I mean, so we gotta get details before we can make a decision, so let's get more details before we make a final decision.
I mean, I don't know if the child's from Deerfield, if the child's from Paris, if the child's from, where?
Yeah, see, that's another thing, Jerry, because Paris Township has a hall they could use too. Edinburgh has one they could
I
use
understand
too.
that.
And that's why we need to know
Yeah, that's true.
what's going on.
That's true.
Because it seems like nobody uses anybody else's hall, but they come here and wanna use ours for free.
That's true.
But Paris has a nice hall they could use, Edinburgh's got a nice hall they can use, Richtown's got a nice one they might use. You know, it's just, we gotta get the information first, and that's just kind of a broad request there till we find out when,
Maybe they're checking on every hall around the area and stuff.
yeah,
And finding out who they can get the best deal off of.
so.
Anything else?
Did you find out by chance anything from Chris on the plaque?
You're okay with, you can mark on those, the grave sites, yes, we're good to do that.
Okay,
They'll be marked on there, cremation, burial only, or however we word it on there, and
Okay.
that will follow through down the line. So,
okay,
we'll sell them to you for the old price,
okay,
because you asked about that way back then before we ever raised the prices and everything,
okay.
all right?
And then I can just go ahead and do all of them at one time and, okay.
Yeah, Chris said that's fine to do it that way, as long as you understand that.
Right, as long as the
It is
stipulations
cremation
were-
only, and since you asked us way back before we raised the prices, we'll go with the old prices and everything.
Okay, great,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
One thing I do need to know on that is what are the two grade numbers?
Okay,
You know,
Mike, I think-
1, 2, 3, or 4.
okay, I think Mike or TJ knows that, or if not, they'll have to get together with you down there, and you show them which
Okay.
two for sure we're talking about, so
Yeah,
we
'cause
get
I
them
think it
on.
was the only two that were left there. I might have it marked on,
I think you're
it's
right.
the only two
I
that
think
are
you're
left
right.
in that
Yes.
section. That's
Yes.
why we were trying to
think
keep
you're
them in the
right.
same section, because that's where the
Yeah.
Okay.
family is.
All right, so if you need any more information, we'll find out, but yeah,
Okay,
thanks for being patient about that, and yeah, we can do that, that'll help you out and everybody, so.
good, that'd be great,
All right.
thanks.
Anybody else? I'll make a motion, we adjourn the meeting, pay our bills.
Second,
Yes.
Pretty much,
I gotta look at that, is that coming out in German church here, where's